Hi, this is Craig with BRN Web Tools, and today we're going to talk about page templates. These have changed my life when it comes to editing because it's so fast and is so helpful in learning different things about the platform that we're on, and the options, the modules, different design ideas. It's great. You're going to love these page templates. Now, I'm on the home page of this website right here, and I don't want to change any of the hard work that I've put in. I've gotten many of my ideas from templates that other designers have made. So we're going to go to a blank page and show you what you can do. So I have a brand new page right here, and I'm going to launch the BRN Web Page Builder. Now that I've launched it, you'll see the panel open over here on the right. I have nothing right here in the center. It is asking for a row to come in and a module, anything that I can put in there. And it is perfectly okay and quite admirable to build any page you have from scratch. Now, you don't have to do that, and sometimes it's difficult for some folks that just have their text and their pictures, but they don't really have an idea of how they want it to look. Templates solve that problem. So these are landing pages right here. You can start with a blank layout, which if you click on the blank, it doesn't do anything. It just sets it right over here. It's going to ask you for a row, so I would drag that row right there, and boom, we're getting started. But I'm going to delete that because we're here to talk about templates. So I'm on the landing pages section, and we're going to scroll through, and we're going to find a template that we like. Let's go with this one right here. When you click it, it's not a drag and drop feature on the templates. You just click it and it loads it. And we go through here and scroll through, and here is a template. So if I go through right here and I say I want this one right here, it's going to ask me if I want to replace it or append it. Now, I haven't made any edits, but just in case I had, it wants to double check that I want to replace it versus hold on to my work thus far. And if I were to append it, it would take the template I just selected and throw it down at the bottom. So I'm actually going to replace this one and load it, and it just asked me, are you sure that you want to do that? And I am sure. So here I am, and I have a totally different template, and I'm here ready to work on it as well. And if I want to throw another template all together on here, let's throw this one. I'm going to append it, and it's going to go all the way down at the bottom, and there you are. So it's very easy to get started with a template, and it's really cool because you're using somebody else's design, something that is already attractive, someone's put a lot of time and effort in, and you get to cash in on that. So if I was selling a website that had something to do with this phone and what's on the screen here, this would be a great template for me to start with. But if I'm a blogger, maybe not so much. This one's definitely technology driven. This one right here, also promoting a blog, an app of some sort, you can see is much smaller of a template, but gives you plenty of options. So that is one of the great things about using a template. It has text boxes already in place. It has images or backgrounds already in place. It has all of those things, and it's great. So you don't have to generate the creativity for that. You just go through and plug in what you have and what you already use. This button right here is an example of something that has already been designed by somebody who had a creative direction of where they wanted to go to give this page a certain theme. This button is not standard. If I come over here to the modules, I'm going to grab this button right here. This is a default button. And this default button that I have just selected, I'm going to throw it over here in the middle. Here we go. There we are. Let's throw it in the center. And boom, there it is. That is a default button. And this button at one time was just like that. And then the editor came through and they gave it some padding around the edges, made the corners a perfect right angle rather than a rounded edge, and they made the background either white or transparent, and this is blue. So it's a great idea for you to come in here and get ideas of what things could be, how it could look. And if you like it and you want to use it multiple places, duplicate it. Go ahead. Grab it and use it. It's what it's there for. Now, one of the other things that I love about using templates is it familiarizes me with modules that I'm not already acquainted with, such as these. These are number counters. So if you have a number that you're trying to count to, trying to explain, as in this right here, different users and patterns collected, stories, all of these different numbers. All of those are available. This is a module that is located right up here, number counter, but I would have not found it. I wouldn't have used it, wouldn't have thought of using it until I saw it somewhere and said, hey, that's a great idea. So when I go and I look in templates, I get inspiration for what I could use on my website. And this is a great way to get introduced to a template. Just like with the button, some things come out in a default form and they're not as pretty as you're hoping, or they don't look like you want them to. Seeing it like this shows you, hey, this is what that module could look like. You can see that the colors are personalized, the number is huge. And I'm going to refresh the page and show you exactly the cool thing that this particular module does. They're going to start at 0 right here, and as the page loads and the eyes meet them, they do the circle thing and generate the number right there. So it's a really cool module. So using different templates is really cool, because it's going to teach you about different modules you had no idea about, and you're going to get to capitalize on other people's designs. Another cool thing I've found that I can do is there are different images already inside of this template. If I came up here and I published the page right now, it would, everything that you see as it is, it would leave it as it is. Now this phone image, that phone image, these feet as a picture background, those things are not found in the library on this website. This happens to be a church website, so not really something that you would find in their library. They didn't upload these, but they're still available through the templates. And if I publish them, they will be visible to anybody that visits. Now, if I come in here and say I want to save this, I wanted to use this picture, I want to leave it, I don't plan on changing it. If I happen to click remove, I'm not going to, and I go to select a photo from the library, I'm not going to find that exact image in the library. It's just not going to happen. So I'm actually going to click cancel. It's going to cancel that action that I just did, and it's still there. Now, if I say I did change this, I'm going to click remove. Normally you would see the option to edit and remove. You can do that if the photo is rooted in the library, but this one is not. It's just a part of the template. And say I want to throw this picture in, I'm going to select it. You see you have the option right here, edit and remove, and there is the picture. And the other one, if I click save, that other picture that I removed is gone. I can't go dig it up again. Now it's still embedded in a template right over here, and I can still get to it, but I'd have to come over here, append the layout, and then scroll all the way down there where it was at, and there it is, and I can take it and go use that as I see fit. So when you go through and you see these templates, you're going to find that there are some images that are very attractive that you might want to use. Maybe it's a cool blurred background like this one, or the cell phone image or something. You're going to find that there are images that you want to use, and you are free to use them. Just keep in mind that they're not rooted in the library, so if you delete them or remove them, then you're going to have to load the template again to get to it. Now let's talk about the different kinds of templates. So we're up here, we're looking at our templates. These are the landing pages. So anything that you see on the front of your website. Landing pages are the trend these days is for it to be very long. That's because many people are looking at these websites on their phones, and also many websites that are still in the building process or in the early days will just have something on the home page and nothing anywhere else. They won't give you any of the navigation options to go to an about page or a contact page. So this is definitely the best place to start looking at landing pages. You got several options right here, and they're all very awesome. This is a great one right here to use. I'm going to replace it. If you are building and you don't want anybody else to see what you've done, or you're just you're building it and it's private up to this point, you can put this one in here and it's awesome. So that's something you could do. So we have landing pages, and then we have content pages. Content pages are great because you have the about pages. Every website should have an about page, just describing what the purpose of that website is. You have 5 different templates there. You have templates for the services, and it's great for icons. Portfolio, design portfolio. This is great for a team or a staff. Contact pages are very, very helpful because it uses so many different modules. It uses a map, it uses contact form, different icons and directions towards social media. So it's great to start with something like this right here. You have frequently asked questions, you have a blog, and you also have an option for signing up for something. You have pricings, tables, all of that laid out in an attractive way, something for you to begin with rather than having to build it all from scratch. Because let's face it, you don't know. Sometimes when you're building a website, you're not already acquainted with all the modules and everything that you can do to make it attractive. Start with somebody else's artwork, and then as you progress, you can change whatever you like. So you have your landing pages, your contact pages, and now you have Power Pack layouts. This is a bonus. Most of our websites will carry this option. This is very extensive, very thorough, and really one of my favorite places to go to get some ideas for a design. As you go right here, this is for a business website. It says business home, business landing page. A landing page is, again, like one of those pages that's just on the home page and you're not ready for any visitors on any other part of the page, just any part of the website just yet. As a contact page, the beauty of the Power Pack layouts is it'll provide you with several. You have a home, about, and a contact page for a cafe theme. So you're not just stuck with one. You have a little bit more to work with depending on what kind of page you're working on. And as you can see, the size of that scroll bar over on the right hand side is very small, which means this page is very long with a lot of crazy different options that you can use to create your page with. So I'm just going to show you, replacing these. It's wonderful for seeing cool effects like, hey, you can put a shadow around a box. How did they do that? They have some cool icons here. They put an image behind this button. That's really cool. So it's great for educating yourself on different designs. You have another theme right over here. You have free templates, and they're all free if you're one of our customers. So you're able to go through and select these. Not as many selections right there, about the same thing as what you'll find over here on the landing page. And then you have saved templates. Now I actually do have a saved template. This is something that was designed that I want to use on multiple pages. So whether you start with a template or you built it from scratch, but you know you're going to use it on multiple pages, you have the option to save that. And this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to replace this one right here. And this is a saved template that was made. It's very similar to what we'll find on the About page. When designing this, the header area was what they were wanting to preserve, and so rather than having to throw in a column and find an image and tweak the placement of this text, they just did all the work once and saved it as a template. And when you can do that by going up here to the top left where it says New Page, click that down arrow, and you can click Save Template, and it's going to prompt you for a name, and there you go. You save it, and that will appear over here in the templates that you have saved. Not over here in the saved section. Those are for rows, columns, and modules. You want to come over here to the saved templates. So you have a lot of great options with templates. It's so helpful because you're able to learn about new modules, get great design ideas, and cash in on work that's already been done. So all you got to do is come in and find the one that's right for you, drop your text, drop your images, and the layout however you like it, and it's going to save you time. So stay tuned for some more tutorials on different modules that we're going to be using in the back-end editor as well. Thank you for watching this tutorial on how to use page templates.